Go.
No, you have to talk.
Why?
Last time I was dominating, so you have to
I don't need to dominate.
You gotta dominate. Attacking fast and strong. This is the Kobe system. Go ahead.
Today, we're going to talk about the approach. What is the approach, you say? Well, we're in the lifestyle, and as you know, that means we're meeting couples and single ladies and guys. So, we're talking about the approach to approach other couples and other singles.
Definitely. The approach is everything. I mean, if you play golf, you know you gotta have a nice approach to get in the hole. Believe it.
So we have some pointers, do's and don'ts, that'll help you have a good approach.
Yeah. You wanna lead off?
Sure. So the first thing is typically when you're starting off in the lifestyle, you want to approach usually the husband. Sometimes you can speak with the wife if you're speaking with a couple, but usually if you're a single male, you want to reach out to the husband first. It's out of respect and start the conversation that way.
Yeah, and if you're a couple, you know, women are chatty for the most part, and some women aren't. They're more reclusive. But if the women, if your wife is very outgoing and she walks up and talks to somebody or something like that, that's more than okay. Sometimes when we meet couples, Micha will engage a couple before I'm even there. I'll be in the bathroom and I'll come out of the bathroom and here we are talking to somebody new. So it can go either way. But if you're a single guy, you definitely want to make sure you have the husband's blessing way before you go in hot. If you're a single girl, I'm sure you know how to do that regardless. So cool.
So the next thing is you want to be ready to verify. So understand that you're reaching out, and this is more of an online situation. If you're reaching out on Instagram or one of the swinger websites, you want to be ready to come with references, pictures, so we know that we're talking to the real deal before we actually meet.
Hell yeah. So if you say something crazy on your profile like I have a 12-inch cock, please believe that you're gonna need to back that 12-inch cock up with some pictures, a ruler, something. And for couples out there, when you're searching for singles, don't be afraid to ask somebody to verify, voice verify. People are so afraid to give out their phone numbers and things like that, and that's understandable. So there are a number of different apps you can use, like WhatsApp or Text Free or Text Now, any of those apps to conceal your number and still make sure that you know you're talking to somebody who's real. I always ask whenever we're talking to single guys or we're talking to couples, you know, hey, can you send me a live shot with 2 fingers up or something like that, just so that you know who you're talking to, because the internet is a very deep place, and although we may be sane and know that we're online looking for the same thing and normal to the extent that normal can be,
not everybody is.
Yeah, everybody is not normal.
There is catfishing in the lifestyle.
Hell yeah,
absolutely.
If you guys find a profile that doesn't look like us but it looks like us, and let us know, because a lot of people have been catfished, and it happens to anybody and everybody. So that's why you always want to make sure, you know, long story short, that you verify always.
And that kind of leads into the next thing is don't make assumptions. So obviously you're speaking to a couple or a single person online. Don't assume they are who they say they are. You want to make sure that you verify. But also assumptions, I think, kind of goes into, yes, we're in the lifestyle. Yes, we're freaky. Yes, we have fun. But don't just assume anything you want about that couple or single person. You still have to have a conversation. You still have to get down to the nitty gritty and discuss things. You can't just think that you can just slide in and do basically whatever you want.
I mean, that's for sure. I mean, you're open in line when reaching out to any couple or even a single, you know, coming from couples I personally I haven't had any successful conversations with anybody who's reached out and the first thing they say is, yo, can I fuck your wife? Or, hey, can I bone your girl? Or can I bone your husband? Like that doesn't go far with anybody. Everybody's human, you know what I'm saying? Although we, like she said, we are kinky. We all are kinky in some way, shape, or form. You want to make sure that you keep it PG at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Have some sauce, you know? Have some swag.
Definitely have swag. So I guess that kind of goes into the next tip, is that definitely be direct. Be respectful, but once you have that initial conversation, be direct with what you expect and what you want. We've had situations where we've gone in and met couples and singles and kind of thought we knew what was expected, and maybe this was more towards the beginning of our lifestyle experiences, but you get in and you realize, oh, we're not a match, we don't want the same things, and one person either goes too far or you don't delve in enough, and neither couple or person is satisfied. So be respectful, but be direct.
Yeah, always be respectful for first and foremost. And with being direct, there's always a way to be respectful and direct. So, for example, if you're reaching out to a single woman and you know she's in a lifestyle, you know, you may have seen her at a party, you may have never seen her before in your life, and you're just reach out as if you were just reaching out to say hello. You know, hey, how are you? How's your day going? Get to know them. I wouldn't reach out, you know, to anyone and the first thing to say, man, you're so hot, I would love to fuck the shit out of you, even if it is on a sex site or a swinger site or just in somebody's DM. So always be respectful, followed up with being direct.
Fair, very fair. So also, and people probably don't realize this, if you're not in the lifestyle, you don't realize the relationships you start to build with couples and singles alike. So that's kind of goes into the next thing is when you first meet a couple or a single person, you almost want to treat it like a date. You want to get to know them, you want to put yourself out there, and eventually, if you continue to hang out, you're actually going to build a friendship. And I think that that's something that a lot of people don't realize, is that the people, I know for us, that we've met in the lifestyle have become really good friends, because at the end of the day, not only are you sharing your wife or your husband or yourself basically, but you're also sharing experiences, and that brings you closer than a lot of regular friendships can.
Definitely. I can honestly say that, you know, we have our friends that we've had since we were in 3rd grade and things like that, but some of the closest relationships and bonds we've made in the past 10 years have been with people in the lifestyle. We travel with these people, we see these people, we share family life events. It's no different than having a best friend. The only difference is obviously we get a little kinky with them, so it goes a little bit further, but the relationship is so deep, and the trust and honesty and things like that you share with these people, it just creates a bond that is damn near everlasting, to be honest.
And then the next tip, this one is more of my tip for guys in particular. This doesn't really relate to girls, is be prepared and even maybe bring a bag. And what I mean by that is, if you are planning to meet a couple or meet a single or go to a party, get you a little bag, put you some condoms, put some lube, put any other things that you think you might need, and just have it with you. Because I can't tell you how many times as a female in the lifestyle, I've been in a situation where the night goes great, we're ready to get started, and you don't have a condom. And everything has to stop because you have to run to the store. You can't assume that couples are okay with you not having one or not using protection. It's extremely important. And if you have it and you don't need it, that's great. But it's a respect thing. And for me, it's extremely frustrating because it's just something I feel like should be assumed that you need those things, but
Definitely.
That's why I'm saying it here, because it is not assumed. And I would hope that from now on you guys do have a bag or have condoms or have something.
Definitely. I mean, I agree with you 100%. But always have a bag regardless. So as a couple, for the very reason, I always pack a bag, and it has those exact things because we've run into those situations so many times. And not just with single guys. Sometimes couples expect, because you're a couple and they're a couple, that you are all gonna play bare, because most couples keep it within their relationship and they play safe within the bounds of the relationship, which is completely fine, and that is 100% okay if that's what you and your partner agree to. Personally, we always like to play safe regardless. That's just our rules and our regulations. I mean, unless it's,
agreed upon.
Unless it's agreed upon
in a previous conversation.
With
lots of other specifications.
Yeah, but long story short, definitely always be prepared. Always have a bag, whether you're a couple or a single, because having a bag packed and having the things that you need to make the night go smooth are always going to be better than not having the things you need to make the night go smooth, because obviously
Be prepared.
be prepared.
Like a Boy Scout. And then finally, this is kind of towards our fans too. Have patience. When you're dealing with couples, you're dealing with singles, we're all regular people. Most of us are. And we have kids, we have lives, we have jobs. Some of us have jobs, some of us don't, but so be it. We have things going on. So if we're not getting back to you right away, give it some time. It's sometimes worth the wait if you just have some patience.
Yeah, I can't agree more with that. Definitely give it some time, because I mean, you never know what anybody's going through. What you see on the internet may not necessarily be their real life. What they're choosing to show you may not be the most important thing in their life. So we've had guys who've reached out and been like, hey, you know, what's up? And we've had couples reach out and say, hey, what's up? Why haven't you hit us back? And to be honest, sometimes I lose translation. People are hitting us up all the time. You have to assume that people have very busy lives, and sometimes, you know, sex can fall to the back burner, and, you know, meeting new people can fall to the back burner when you're so caught up with the people that are already present in your life. So always keep that in mind. Be cognizant of the people that you're dealing with and what you want from the situation, and do unto others as you want done unto you. So patience.
So guys, there are some tips for the proper approach. And hopefully, if you're interested in lifestyle, that helps you slide right in.
Heck yeah. It's all about the approach. Trying to make it in the hole. Just trying to make it in the hole.
The hole. There you go.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Lupe.
I'm Micha.
And hope to see you guys again on our next episode. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video. And stay tuned for the next one.